Sum that up for us, Dean.
Frustrating night for Liverpool. Swansea had a game plan. They played 5-4-1, scored a goal from a set play, which we thought was their best chance of scoring, and that gave them something to hang on to then, and they did hang on. Liverpool created 4 or 5 good chances, but probably didn't do enough in the first half. Second half, they done enough to win, and the chance at the end summed the night up.
Agonising at the end, Jason.
Yeah, and it sums the Premier League up. I mean, we talk about it being the best league in the world. This is why. You know, we go and beat Manchester City 4-3 in an unbelievable game last weekend, and then we go and lose to the bottom of the table. If you go somewhere with a slight complacency and think you're going to turn them over like we did on Boxing Day 5-0, it's not going to happen. You know, they had a game plan, they got a new manager, there's a bounce effect in there at the minute, and they defended for their lives. I think Karius touched the ball, I think 6 or 7 times in the whole evening. I think the biggest thing he had to do was pick the ball out the net. It was just disappointing, but we just weren't clinical enough, were we? I thought first half we weren't quick enough with our decision making. We were laboured and sloppy, and it kept going back and sideways, no real intent. And then second half there was a bit more purpose about us. It was quicker, sharper. We created enough opportunities to probably win it, but we just weren't clinical.
I think sometimes when you're playing against a back five like that, you've got to have like a, I'm not saying they never had a plan, but you've got to have a way of getting round the outside of that back five. And I think sometimes they're just trying to get in the pockets, trying to make things up. Yeah. The pitch is too narrow. They've got to get the ball from one side of the pitch to the other side quickly, and then get your full-backs overlapping, cut balls back from the byline and get bodies in the box. And it took till the second half, and then Ings come on, 20 minutes to go. And they've got another player to mark in the box then, so when you do get the byline, there's 3 or 4 players in the box all the time. But great, by the way, what a great ball from Van Dijk to keep his composure in the last seconds of the game and just float that ball to the far post for Firmino. And like you said, on another day, that goes in off the post. And it's a draw. It's not a good result, but credit to Swansea. The 6 points adrift. They needed a win and they got one.
Yeah, it was massive for both clubs. I mean, obviously Liverpool for Champions League aspirations, to keep in touch with second place United, and Chelsea above them, and you wanted to, you know, with Tottenham losing at the weekend, you wanted to go 5 points ahead of them. But as for, like Dean said, as for Swansea, you know, they didn't want to go 6 points adrift. You know, with Arsenal to play and Leicester to come as well, you know, it's going to be very, very difficult if you go 9 and then 12 points adrift. You know, it's very, very difficult then with confidence and to try and get yourself out of that situation. I've been in that myself, and it just gets worse and worse and worse, doesn't it? You've got to turn it round at some point and get that confidence going. That'll be massive for them. Massive.
10-1 they were, Swansea. Yeah. It's like in a 2-horse race, 10-1 in a Premier League game. I thought I expected Liverpool to win, but like you said, the Premier League, this is the only league in the world where the bottom team can beat the top team on a regular basis. And you've played abroad, I've played abroad in different leagues. That doesn't happen anywhere else.
Can I just correct you there?
You did for Ireland.
Okay. Technically, I'm wrong.
I knew he was so continental, Jason.
I know, Dublin. Oh no.
I knew I'd made a mistake.
Do you get the feeling that game could have gone on for days and days and Liverpool still wouldn't score? Was it one of those nights?
No, I didn't get that feeling really. Usually when that happens, it's like the centre forward goes clean through and puts it wide, or the ball's cleared off the line, or it hits the bar and comes back out. You know, we actually created some really good chances. You mentioned the Van Dijk little dink to the back stick. You know, we played an unbelievable ball to Salah in the first half in the dying minutes, which is most, I mean, you tell the centre forward, it's the most difficult technique, and with the ball coming over your shoulder to hit it on a volley is so hard, isn't it?
What about the one he should have squared?
Who?
Salah's not done a lot wrong this season.
In the second half.
He's just got to square it across the face. He's had a shot, and Mane's just tapping it in.
Yeah.
Not your night.
There was too many of them mistakes. Not the kind of mistakes you think they'd be there all night. They're not even mistakes. It's instances where you think, you know, like I said, off the bar, off the post, cleared off the line. You know, they're the ones where you think, oh, they'd be there all night and they still wouldn't have scored. I just think we were guilty of too many opportunities down to ourselves that we didn't, you know, finish off. You know, Salah should have squared it. Maybe he should have done better with his technique. You've got Emre Can, who tries an overhead kick when he should have just chested it down to Danny Ings. There was just too many of them opportunities went begging tonight, and I think the manager will be really frustrated with that. But like I said when we opened up, I don't think it was that bad a performance. We weren't shocking tonight.
I tactically, I thought, it's easy after the game, but I thought the two centre-backs, Matip and Van Dijk, were actually playing like centre midfield players.
Yeah.
20 yards inside Swansea's half. So you don't need Chan and the three midfield players in there. Stick a few more up on the back line.
You
so
think
you've got more bodies.
maybe
I
should
said
have
in
been a
commentary.
change earlier?
Well, yeah, I would have just said we don't need a deep line midfield player. Swansea have got no ambition to score a goal. They've got one, and they're just going to sit there for 90 minutes. So you don't need defensive-minded midfield players in the middle of the pitch, because your two centre-backs can do that job. They're that good on the ball, Matip and Van Dijk, that they can go and step in there. Then you can put players further up the pitch on the back line. Ings, I would have probably brought him on at half-time.
I was surprised at the Oxlade-Chamberlain change. I thought he was doing all right, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I thought maybe Chan was the player to come up, because I agree with Dino. I don't think you needed that defensive midfielder. The amount of times Matip broke from the halfway line into the midfield, then found himself in the box. You know, you didn't need. Ayew was dropping into the midfield to make it 2 banks of 5 at times. It was, there was just surplus to requirements at the back.
And it's difficult for Firmino. He's got 3 centre-backs marking him.
Yeah.
There's three against 1. So when he gets another partner up there with him, then they've got a problem. They can't cover all angles. But I thought they could have done it in the first half.